Okay, hey everyone, it's Ellie, and I'm back here. So I'm just gonna have our guest quickly introduce himself. So just tell us who you are and what position you're running for.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity, to basically direct myself to your audience. I know it's a lot of people listen to your radio, all over the United States. So my name is Joel Sanchez. I'm originally from El Salvador, and I live in Dallas, Texas. I'm an entrepreneur. I have about 35 years living in the United States. And I'm married. I have one son that live in Dallas, Texas. And nothing, just thank you for the opportunity to introduce myself.
Well, thank you so much. So you're an entrepreneur. So what do you do?
Yeah, what I do for many years is just developing business. That's my passion. That's what I like to do. But the type of business that I do is basically direct for the poor community. I do cleaning business, but I really like, to not just to develop a business opportunity for my company, for myself, which is Premier Cleaning Services based in Dallas and is spread all over the south of the United States. But, to provide opportunity for our people, for our community. Uh, I can tell you that 90% of our workers, they're Hispanic people from all over the places, not just from Mexico, not just from El Salvador, but also from Venezuela, Colombia, all those places. And we feel very grateful, to have the opportunity to provide, some source of food for these families.
That's wonderful. Now, just kind of jumping into it, what would you say makes you worthy enough a candidate to be considered for such a high office in El Salvador?
Why I took this decision, to participate in El Salvador is an interesting question. After being in the United States for over 35 years and having the opportunity and the blessing that this country provide, not just for me, but for many immigrants that, look for a better life, I think we need to return, what we've been blessed to our community. So about 10 years ago, I decided to go back to El Salvador and also develop, and, the business that we do here in the United States into the country. And after, having that opportunity to interact with more of my country people, uh, I do believe they need help. And I do believe God been blessing me enough to bring opportunities into our country so the people can have not just the American dream that we all look for, but also, the Salvadorian dream. So that's basically what it really took me, to go back and now take this chance to be the president for that country and do what I can do for them for better life.
What do you believe you bring to the table in this office?
Like I said, in my experience, as a business man, it's I know we have the capability, to bring a better opportunity, better horizon for our people. So I think we prepare and we're ready to provide, that not just the knowledge, but also, to have, the great opportunity to bring good people also that they've been success in this country, United States, into our country and provide, a better uh, business development, more investment, so we can guide our country in a better direction than what it is right now.
Now, just so people, our viewers, know, what party are you affiliated with in El Salvador? And can you explain to me what this party stands for?
Okay, the party that we basically getting into to have this presidential opportunity is the right, party. But I believe, in my case, I don't want to be identified just on one side. I really want to be, the candidate for the entire country. Even the ideology. I mean, I would really would like to be the guy who come from the community for all the people, not just for one sector, but also, for the entire country, uh, citizen.
Now, what are the top 3 issues that you will be focusing on, let's say, during your campaign?
I think that the major issue that I see is the poverty. I think we need to bring better, like I said, opportunities. There's people hungry there. There's people that suffering. You know, by not having any future opportunity. And I think that's what we can bring into the country. Like I said, I mean, I've been blessed by having a lot of, big success and big opportunity in the United States. And I know I had the knowledge, I had the capability, but the best thing, I want to do it. And that's important.
Now, would you say poverty is also affecting the youth as well?
Well, um, it's just sad, to talk about this, and it touched me. And when I see, people with no future, that's what I really been touched, and that's what I do believe we can change by bring more investment, more business opportunity, more growing for our country. So that's what we can do from here, and that's my belief, to bring the Salvadorian dream into that country.
Now, what are, let's say, 3 things that you want to change going forward if you do win this seat?
I think the first thing we need to do is bring back the human rights, because right now it just we don't really see, a real law, a real respectful for the constitutional right that the country is having right now, and we worry about that because like like we grow here in the United States very respectful about the law, about the justice, and I think El Salvador right now it's really really driving in a wrong direction, and there's no human right respect. There is no respect for the law, for the constitutional, in the country. So that's the first thing we would really want to change back, and go to the right direction for not just for the justice, but for the better, respect to really the human right issues.
Now, what are some of the human rights issues that you are talking about?
You know, like right now, we have an exception regime, which is basically when you lost your civil right, as any citizen. Right now, you're in a threat. You really can walk outside without having fear. To the authority, to the police people, to the army people, because if they don't like you, they just can arrest you, for no reason. And I think there is a lot of innocent people in jail. In my point, in this situation is like, if you're a criminal, you have to be in a jail. If you're criminal, you cannot go out and you cannot run away from justice. But if you are innocent, come on, you need to be treated in a fairly way, under the justice. And that's my main major concern. You know, whoever is a criminal, he has to stay in jail. But whoever is innocent, he need to go out and not be afraid by not having that real justice.
Now, what are some words of advice that you would have to today's youth?
For the young people, I do believe they need to have a dream. For the young people, I do believe they need to have an opportunity. Any country in the world, we know the young people is the future for any country. In my case, my son is only 24 years old, and I really deserve for him to have the better life than myself. And that's one of the things that I really will always focus for. It just to bring that guys, the opportunity for the success, a good educational system and a good opportunity professionally, but also with values, family values that they can also bring for future generations.
How can our audience follow your campaign?
Well, we're going to be actually activating, or I will say, our social media are activated already. And you can follow me by Joel Sanchez Presidente. Joel Sanchez Presidente. And you can follow me on Instagram, on YouTube. Twitter, and I think there's another social media. I'm not sure it is Facebook. So, but yeah, you can update and follow me everywhere in the world by following those social media.
Great. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.